Good morning everybody, welcome back to another video. So it's been a while since we did a Time to Grow episode, but here we are doing another one. I'm just heading off to the gym now. I am halfway through my week in terms of when I'm filming this, so I am doing lower body 2, which I haven't actually, I've realised, I looked through because I was going to be like, oh, I can just link this workout, but my workouts have kind of changed since I started at Snap, and I haven't done any workout videos, so they might be coming soon because today's video I'm going to be focusing on the core exercises that I do. So I'm not going to include the entire workout. I will do that in a future video if that is something you want to see, so please make sure to comment if you do want to see the workouts that I'm doing at the minute currently. If you want to see the workouts that I'm doing at the minute. I thought I'd just quickly catch up with you before I went. I'm gonna do a bigger catch up when I get back from the gym, I think. But we're actually gonna head to the gym for me to talk you through the exercises because I thought it just feels a little bit more professional. We'll be in a gym setting, you can see me doing them properly. I normally warm up with these exercises, but I'm gonna talk about them a little bit more when we get there. But they are exercises to do within their own right as well. So I'm going to show you them in my warm-up. I'm going to explain them a little bit. And yeah, that's it. So let's go. Okay, so we are at the gym. We're in the studio. If you've seen the Snap Fitness tour, you'll have seen all of this. But we're in. Currently no one else is in, so I don't feel too weird about filming. But what the ones I'm going to show you are, they're basically 3 core exercises. So they're not so much for like abs. They're more for like core, but if you get like a good core, you can train abs a lot better and train everything a lot better essentially. So these 3 exercises are a specific 3 exercises. They're actually called the McGill 3. If you want a more like scientific explanation, there are loads of videos on this because it's one of those things that has been like really researched. It's not just like here's some good exercises. Like these 3 have been researched for being like the best for the core. I'm pretty sure Scott University has some good videos on this if you want to go check them out, but I'm just going to run you through them in my way because let's face it, I talk a lot differently to a lot of people being like sciencey. So I'm still going to be sciencey, but it's going to be in my way. So there are kind of a set way of doing them. There is also regression and progression. I'm going to show you all 3. So the first one that we're going to do is a curl up, and that's probably the one that you haven't seen. The other 2 are side planks and bird dogs. You've probably seen those 2, but curl ups are a little bit different. I'm going to do it without a mat so you can see it, but we'll show you the setup first and then I'll talk about like the ways you can regress and progress them. So let's see if I can get you so I can see. So to set this up, you literally don't need anything. You just need to be on the floor. Like I say, I'm not going to use a mat because I think sometimes it's a little bit weird with the mat because you can't really see where your hands are. So you are going to lie flat, and you see where that gap is between like when you naturally lie down. You're going to put your hands in there and like interlock them, so like that, rather than like that, because then that's going to hurt your back. You're just going to interlock them and put them underneath. With one of the regressions, it is lifting your elbows up. So if you're doing the beginner version of this, also, isn't this just a beautiful angle? I know. But if you do, to start it off, you're going to put your elbows on the floor and you're just going to look up. Then what you're going to do is you're going to straighten one of your legs, okay? When you have done that, what the movement is you are going to press your stomach on the floor, so you know how like that gap's there. You're going to push the gap down and push it into the floor, and imagine you're sucking your tummy into the floor, okay? If that is enough for you, focus on doing that for like 10 seconds before you progress onto it, because that is sometimes too much for some people. So if pushing down is like really, really difficult, focus on that first. But what the movement is pushing down the floor and then bringing your shoulders off the floor, looking up and holding it, okay? So that's the basic of the movements. In terms of regressions and progressions, the easiest, so what you're going to do with this is you're going to hold it for time. So obviously the easiest regression to do is only hold it for a certain amount of time. I am the top you want to do is 10. But the best way to work on this is to kind of do like a pyramid setup. So this is what I did in my rehab. If you've been around for like over a year, you'll know how to do some rehab, because I hurt my back deadlifting. That was because my core was rubbish, whereas now my core is a lot better because of doing this. So the best way to do it is to do 2, then 4, then 6, then 8, then 10, or the other way around. Was it the other way around? It depends where you are. But if you really, really need to work on your core, you want to do 10, have a break, then 8, have a break, 6, have a break. So like, but that was kind of like rehab kind of level. That was like, I really needed to work on my core. And it is really good if you've got the time. You could do it, you could do this in a whole workout in itself. Like, that's how long it takes. Because what I did was I did all of those exercises doing all of that. So like, I did 10 reps, because that's the thing, you swap legs. So I did like 10 reps holding it for 10 seconds up and then down, then swap legs up for 10 seconds and then do 10 of them, rest, and then do 8. So you could do like literally a whole workout doing that. But say for my warm-up, I just do 10 reps and then that's it. I hold it for 10 seconds still, but that's all I do for my warm-up. So it's kind of up to you on how long you hold it. But the simplest like beginner exercise and regression is just holding it for like 2 seconds and coming back down, swap legs, 2 seconds, hold it, back down, and then keep swapping, and then only doing like 4 reps. Like, obviously that's the simplest regression, but like the easiest, like I say, is having one leg out, elbows on the ground, and only like probably coming up quite far is easier. When you're kind of like in the middle, that's where it's really, really difficult, because your core really has to work to stabilize you. So that's it. The next regression is bringing your elbows off the floor and doing the same. That's kind of the main progression and regression for that. The other 2 are a little bit more complicated, but don't underestimate that exercise, because it hurts. Obviously I've done it. I give my clients this exercise and they're like, oh my god, you don't think it's gonna hurt, and then it hurts. So yeah, that's the curl up. That's the first one. So the next one is side plank, and you'll have probably heard side plank before, and I'll briefly show you it, but you guys probably know what it is anyway. But I'm going to show you it again. I'll talk about the regressions and progressions after it, but again, I'll put you that side so people can't walk in. Hopefully that is straight. So side plank, your arm is going to be underneath your shoulder, so this part of your arm should kind of be parallel. Feet out and come up a bit so you can see. Stacked on top of each other, then come up, and your body should be in a line. You don't want to be up like that, and you don't want to be like that. Body should align. Obviously this is going to be working your obliques a little bit more to the side, but it's still your core. So this is kind of the basic exercise. Be careful that you don't like tilt your hips too far one way. Straight line, hips pointing forward. My arm wasn't great there. So progressions and regressions. Regression, if that is too hard, is to go on your knees. I'll try and show you without moving you again. So instead of being up on your feet like that, you bend your knees and go up like that. Again, you need that straight line. You don't want to go up like that, but going on your knees means there is less weight going through your core. So this works exactly the same as like the last one, like I said. So you can do like 10, 8, but this is more like, I would swap sides to do like 10 seconds on one side, 10 seconds on the other, and then count them as reps. But again, completely down to you. That's just the structure that I followed when I was doing my rehab. So from the knees, you can then go, also another thing that you can also do is balance on a mat or Bosu if you find this quite hard on your shoulders. Bosu was the one that I found best if your shoulders are hurting, but just play about with it, see how you feel. So from your knees, you go to your toes. Then it gets a little bit more complicated, but don't go onto this one until you are confident that you can hold that for ages. So like, I didn't move on to this until I was finding my 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 easy, and then it goes a little bit, I'm gonna have to show you because it is a little bit more complicated. Hopefully I'm gonna give a good example of this. I haven't filmed myself in a while. So you're gonna start in that side plank position, And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna come down with the other arm into a normal plank, and then flip on the other side, and then back down, and then flip onto the other side. Let's talk about it. So that is the next progression, and obviously with that you can then progress that by holding the plank for as long as you want. With this one, because it is focusing more on the side kind of core, don't hold the plank in the middle, hold the side planks. So say like hold one side for 5 seconds, do your flip, hold it for 5 seconds, do your flip. And again, works like reps, so do 10 of them, have a rest, 8 of them, or whatever you're doing. But it is more difficult than it looks, and you don't want to be swaying all over the place. So you can probably see when I did it, I was very smooth in my transition to the plank, and then really smooth out in the transition. If you can't transition without your bum going way up high, or with your back going like that, or the other way, I can never show that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you don't want your back going like that, essentially. I can never show it with my fingers. If you can't do that, wait a bit and just do normal side planks. Why am I so out of breath? Honestly, when I talk through exercises, I get so out of breath. Like, even when I'm fine, like I do this every day. Well, not every day, every lower day. And right, next one, bird dog. You've probably seen these about, but you might not know the name of them. This is again like really like stabilization, and it has another like more complicated progression like the side plank. So I will give a second and then show you. This is a bit of a weirder angle because I'm going to be in like an all 4 positions, so I'm sorry if it's a bit wonky, but like I said, you're going to start in a quadruped position. Okay, that just means you're on all 4s. It's a fancy way of saying you're on all 4s. So oh, I can't even say it now. Quadruped position. So you want your knees under your hips. You don't want to be like this, and you don't want to be like this. Knees are underneath your hips and hands underneath your shoulders, okay? Your back should be like what mine is. It shouldn't be like this or like this. You want it nice and flat, essentially. If there's a little bit of a curve, that's fine, as long as it's not very exaggerated where it's like this, okay? You're not trying to pop your booty out in this one. You need a strong core, which is what we're working on. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take opposite arm and opposite leg, and you're gonna stretch them out. When you move in this one, so when you are doing the movement, you're not trying to get as high as possible, you're trying to stretch your body out as long as possible. So you're not going like this, you are trying to stretch, so it's more like this, okay? When you're doing it, you wanna keep that core strong like that, so when you stretch out, it's super easy for your body to wanna do that. Keep it up and strong, and also hold here, because that's what this one's for. It's for like the lower abdominals, core muscles. So when you are reaching out, hold it there, hold it for a second, and then back down. The progression for this is to hold it. So if you are just starting out, just do a rep. So back out, in, out, in, okay? It's up to you. You can swap sides. I have a few issues with my shoulder, so I like to swap sides to kind of like give it a rest, but completely up to you. And then, like I said, the progression is holding it. So what you will do is you'll just hold it for maximum 10 seconds, but it's kind of up to you how long you hold it for how long you want to progress it. Then there is another progression for this one. This one's going to be a little bit hard to see on camera, so I'm going to face you to show the movement. I'm not going to put my legs out just so you can see what my arm's doing. You're going to make a square, okay? So when you reach out, you're going to go out, down, in, up, and you're going to do the same with the opposite foot. So I'm going to show you this. How is the best to show you? I'm just gonna do it the other way around, and hopefully you can see what I mean. So get in that position again, do the exact same, and then I go up, out, up or down, in. So it's kind of like the opposite for leg, for arm. So if your arm is going up, your leg is going down. This takes a while for your brain to be like, what? I can only just do it now, and I've been doing this for months. And even then, sometimes if I think about it too hard, I get it wrong. So I'll go through it again. you will go up or down with your foot, both out, down or up with your foot, and then in, and then back, and then do it again. So up, out, down, up, in, and then down. Again, whilst you're doing that, hold in here the entire time. And again, that goes with reps. So do 10 if you can, or 8, however many you can do. With that one, obviously you can't hold it, as it's more of a movement. But do it in that order if you want to try the progression. So try doing reps, no hold, then go on to hold. If you can do like holding it for 10 seconds for 10 reps, and that's easy, then go on to the movement. But when you are doing the movement, you want to keep here strong. So you don't want to be going like that as you're moving, and you don't want to be wobbling. You want it held nice and tight, and when you are doing the movement, it stays nice and tight, if you can see what I mean. So they are the core exercises. So they are pretty much, hang on, they are like the golden level core exercises that you can do. But to make them kind of like the golden level kind of core exercises, you have to be doing them correctly. Please don't move on to the making the square in the bird dogs if your core is wobbling all over the place. I know some people are a bit iffy with watching themselves in the mirror when they're doing exercises, but these ones are kind of like, it's important too. Make sure the core is staying still. You don't want it wobbling, and try and watch yourself in the mirror. Curl up, you probably don't need to watch yourself in the mirror as much, but with side plank, make sure you are in that straight line, looking in the mirror, and then with the bird dogs as well. So they are the core exercises explained by me. Right, I actually need to get on with my workout now because that took a while. I hope they made sense. Like I said, this isn't so much for six-pack kind of thing, and if you are looking for kind of six-pack kind of exercises, work on your body fat. That, like, if you have a high body fat, that they aren't going to come when you have a high body fat. And just a disclaimer out there, you do not need a six-pack. And especially, I'm going to go off on one here, I apologize. If you are a female and you're looking for a six-pack, just keep your expectations very kind of a good level. Don't expect a lot of things. For a female to get a six-pack is very, very, very difficult. To get our body fat as low as that is very, very difficult. And then to build that muscle takes a long, long time. So please keep your expectations at a good level. Don't aim for the stars at this moment in time for a six-pack, because it's just, it can cause so many issues. So please just if you're looking for a six-pack, be very realistic about it. So yeah, they're the core exercises. I'm gonna go train, and I will catch up with you after the workout.
Hi guys.
I was like, and then you did it. Right, I'm back from the gym. We're in a new vlogging place. I don't think I've vlogged from here. I quite like it. Yes, I'm back from the gym. Session went good. Got 100 kg hip thrust back up there. I'm currently deadlifting. Well, I was deadlifting heavier than I was hip thrusting. So it was a bit odd, but it's just with my weird glutes and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, went fine. Just got back. I am actually having pizza for lunch, because I had friends over last night and we had pizza, so I've got leftover pizza. But other days, my protein is actually, why are you being so weird in the background? Other days, my protein is actually getting really good now. So I'm having the protein bars. I'm having like one in the morning, one after I come back from the gym. So I've just had one. And I also, so you guys have been took along on my protein like search for one that I like. And I mentioned in, I don't even know what episode it was, about getting the My Protein vegan clear whey and how I didn't like it, but I was going to drink it anyway. But I bought the PhD one. Alright. I bought the PhD one, and guys, this is so much better. Like, this tastes nice to the fact, this tastes nice to the fact that like I want to drink this. Like I get excited about drinking this on a night time. So I'm having like 2 scoops. So what's that? It's like 110 calories and 24 grams of protein. So I mean, It's not bad. And then I'm having a scoop of normal whey with my chocolate on an evening, and my protein is where it needs to be roughly. So yeah, but this is so much better than the My Protein one. So if you're looking for a clear whey, this strawberry one, it just tastes, it's so good. So yeah, that, I recommend this. And obviously I love the, what are they called one? Smart protein bars. So I think I'm going with PhD from now, which I'm not mad about, but yeah, protein's going well. So I'm gonna eat my pizza, and I think I'm gonna have like a protein shake after it, because there's not gonna be a lot of protein on it. If you are from Morpeth or like the surrounding areas, Primo Piano, is it Primo? Primo Piano, oh, their pizza is so good, it's so good. And the cheesy garlic bread, it's one of the best I've ever had, like it's so good. So I have that to eat. I don't think there's anything else I want to talk about. I wanted to talk about a little bit about body dysmorphia actually, so I'm gonna catch up with you after I have my lunch. Okay, so I've had my lunch. I was gonna vlog in the living room, but I've came in here and it's much better lighting, so I'm just gonna vlog in here. But yeah, I'm about to start another video, so I thought I would just quickly run through the stuff that I wanted to run through. And it's like, I don't know why, like I feel like I just want to talk about it with you. Like it's not kind of informative, it's not kind of anything. It's just I kind of tell you guys everything. I kind of just want to have this chat with you, and it's like with the, it's talking about like the body dysmorphia. So if you don't want to watch this bit, that is completely okay. If you are here just for the core thing and you are new, I have body dysmorphia and recovering from an eating disorder. So yeah, if you don't want to watch this, that's fine. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in another one hopefully. But with my BD this week, it's been, well, for the past like week and a half, 2 weeks maybe, it's been really like weird, because like it's an aspect of my BD that I haven't really came across before, and it's really hard. So what I mean is I've had right, this is gonna sound so contradictory, but bear with me. I've had really good body image the last like week and a half, 2 weeks, like really good. And I know that sounds like it's a really good thing, and it is a really good thing, but when you have BD, I've been finding it really difficult, because it's the type of thing where I'm like, well, I'm obviously not seeing my body for how it actually is, if that makes sense. So every time I've looked at myself and I've been like, oh, I'm looking quite good, like I'm liking how I look at the minute, I'm like, but are you actually seeing what is actually there? Because obviously I struggle with like seeing how my body with how it really is. I'm just like, but is that what everybody else is seeing? And it's been like really tiring. It's just been like, it's just such a mind, I don't know how to say it without swearing. It's my mind, and it's just like something I didn't think that would happen. Like I thought it would always be just like the negative thing where I'm just like, oh, I feel crap about my body, and then like sometimes having like a good day and I'm like, oh, is that how I look? But this has literally been like for the last week and a half, and it's just a bit like, I don't know what's happening, and I don't know if I'm actually happy with my body, because I don't know if that's how I actually look. And I'm kind of just waiting for a day where it goes back to really bad body image, and I'm just like, but I need to stop expecting that, because I need to just be happy about my body. And it's the type of thing where I'm trying to tell myself like, right, well, just accept that you feel good about your body. It doesn't matter how you actually look, just accept that feeling and go with it. And I am trying, like I'm getting there. I'm not saying that I'm like miserable that I feel good about my body. I'm not. It's just, I don't know, it's just like really difficult, and it's just such a like argument going on in my head, and I don't know how to stop this argument from happening. So that's what's happening at the minute with my BD. I don't know, like that's the thing, like it just doesn't feel like, it feels like I don't know why I'm telling you this, but at the same time I'm just like, well, I'm documenting everything, aren't I? So yeah, it's a bit exhausting, but at the same time it's exciting that I'm feeling good about myself. I don't know, it's a whole journey, innit? But yeah, that's it. That's kind of the update for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. This has kind of been more of like a specified kind of video, and I just thought maybe people would enjoy them more. So if you did enjoy it, please make sure to leave it a like, and it kind of helps me know what kind of things you want to see. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall hopefully see you in the next one. If you are new, this is Time to Grow, so it comes like, it's like a mini series. They're all kind of connected, and it's documenting me trying to put muscle on and my recovery. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you are new, please don't forget to subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.